Hey, how are you, bro?
Yeah, it's going good. How are you, man?
Fine, fine, and you?
Yeah, it's good. Think about so that when just starting, so like just starting doing anything that you want to do. There's so many people that want to do something, and they're just not getting started. Like, what do you would you give like advice on how to just start?
Like, I would say to not give a shit about what other people think because you, I think this is the one thing that prevents a lot of people to do actually what they love. Like for me, I had this camera I filming this live right now, and I wanted to film some content when I go to the gym, and I took the camera, and I actually saw that people didn't give a shit about the fact that I had this camera. So really, people have their own problems. They don't have the time to think about. They don't care. Really, maybe a few that only the time I took the time to do that. But I think I actually have. I I think those people are they are sad in their life. I mean, they take the time to judge people and you and why are they? I don't know.
Normally, it doesn't happen in real life, right? People are not. Yeah. It's weird that you have so many people behind closed doors that are commenting on people's posts and saying or videos and saying why you're not doing it correctly or your content sucks. Like, there's a lot of people that when I was especially when I was advertising that Facebook post, it got like 20,000 views. But even when I stopped advertising, that you'll have people that will come in and they will say your content sucks, that you have no purpose. Your purpose is you doing what you want to say. But the worst is when I've never had it where people have come up and I'm doing like my kickboxing or whatever or anything or training and they've actually said it to your face.
No, never.
They're not.
Never.
People are not like that.
Actually, maybe one or two times, but not a lot.
So the reason why is that don't be scared to do what you want to do. Yeah. You know? Just do it.
Yeah, because I think people don't give a shit first. They have their own things to do. And really, if this is really the thing that you want, I think that one of the main thing that motivates me is that I don't want to have regrets. Like I have already a certain numbers of things because I wasn't like that when I was younger. I was like any normal boy, just enjoying life as everybody do. But now that I'm like wanting to work like a lot, I have sometimes some regrets like if I started earlier, I would be in a better place. But actually,
It's too late.
actually, yeah, that's it. That's it. So I need to do with it. Like I just need to do that. And when you understand that too, this is great also that this is the past. Like you need to make an assault that um, you actually make your future and not regret what you haven't done. But you should also make an assault that you have no regrets too, though.
Just start. Just like the thing is, it's so easy to say, "Oh, I should have done it years ago." But then there's so many people that say, "What ifs?" What if I did this? There's a lot of entrepreneurs that say, "Why did I thought of that idea?" But then why did you not? It's all about action. I've started to think like a lot about you have to take action. No one's gonna look at you and be like, know all your thoughts. Like, oh, I should have done this. So forth. One thing that Gary V that literally said in like one of his latest posts, he said, if you're in it for you're gonna do this forever, like you're gonna do say exercise. He didn't want to do exercise, but 3 years ago he started doing exercise every day. Or maybe before, but he got a coach and he just started literally every day. He would train for 45 minutes, and it was really inspirational. I'm looking into it. I'm like, wow, this is. I mean, he doesn't like exercising. He hates it. So if he can do 45 minutes of every day exercise, why can I not? I should at least be able to do 2-3 hours of of doing what I want to do. Like how I'm struggling to do that. So just put it in.
And I think I've getting to that um, not so late. Like you need to fix the inside before doing the outside. Because if in your head you're not like in the mindset of like, okay, I'm just gonna get started and just going for it, like you want, and also what you said, like to understand that you should do it for all your life, like Gary said,
Forever.
forever. And if you have not the mindset actually right, the good mindset, it is more complicated to actually keep doing it, because you need to get started, but the main thing is to also to keep doing it.
But sometimes you're thinking that you're not putting out good content, but it's about the message, and you're putting out a message that other people can do it. If you can do it, if I'm always posting, they can do it. It's all about raw, like how you're feeling. If you can just make someone's day, that's the one main thing. If one person can benefit from this live right now, you've just started. This is your first live. I've only done a few lives, right, as well. So this is kind of a bit nerve-wracking for both of us. So you just got to be confident and just do it. I just sometimes I have to I lack a little bit of confidence sometimes. I'm just trying to get better, but I'm just starting. So I'm basically just learning to swim, and you just got to keep going. If when you first learn to swim or you first learn to try and do a certain sport, it's a struggle, right? But you just got to keep going. You're going to learn.
Yeah, that's the point. You just need to get a bit uncomfortable at the beginning. You just need to get started, and over time it becomes an habit. Like for me, working out, like what 2 years ago, uh, I was overweight. I don't know if you can say that, but I was like near obesity. Not 2 years ago, but more, a few more years. But anyway, and I just started to working out. At the beginning, it was like really uncomfortable. I wasn't, um, I didn't have the habit of doing it. But over time, I started to like it. So I don't know if I think this is the case, but you need to actually do it for a certain amount of time at the beginning, and even if it is uncomfortable for you, and then you kind of start to liking it. Like filming everything I do is kind of strange for me at the beginning, but like I'm starting to like actually liking it.
Yeah, you enjoy it now. Like you really starting to enjoy posting, making that content. There's a lot of nitty gritty work behind the scenes that people will not see, but you're starting to enjoy that, and it makes it easier.
And I think I'm gonna push that aspect on the pedestal, because this is really important. Because I see a lot of content creators like which are really on the top. You do not have the connection. You think I actually think when sometimes watching them, you are like too far from them. You cannot be like them. And I think my work, what I can do is like bond the content creator with the viewer. Like if I can make sort that the viewer is like, oh, I can do that too, and actually really understanding it, not like just hearing it and be like, okay, like I've heard that 60 times today, but actually understanding it and starting to doing it.
Yeah, that's really good. Because just listening to people and then by implementing that into your own kind of what you're doing is really good.
I think Gary is doing that really great also, like to when I first watching it for a bit, I was like he's keep repeating the same thing over and over, but I realized that oftentimes, like 99% of the time, you hear the thing, but you don't apply it. And maybe you hear it like 10 times, and the next one is gonna be the one where you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna start and actually really starting it.
What are you doing? Like, what are you wanting to do to like kind of build up your like more engagement with your community?
Like to build more engagement, I would say that just to first have a base of a foundation of posts that are always coming, like 2 per days, and I think I need to be more on stories too. That's a big point. And as a strategy, I would say to basically engage with the community. I need to do more of that and engage with new people also. Like, I don't know, it was like 1 or 2 days ago. I basically, as I often do, go on Gary's post and started to reach out to DM, I don't know, maybe it was 20 people or more. And Instagram actually blocked me to actually DM them because I was too quick for that. So I need to go slower the next time. But I would say basically to connect, to create real relationships with every follower. Because I think I really trust in the fact that you cannot build something big if you do not connect person per person.
So I need to have some self development in myself, but I need to. Maybe I'm just rushing myself and over putting pressure on myself too.
Yeah,
Too much.
that's something I've started to understand, that you have a time. You have time to do things, but I think you have, at the same time, you have time, but you need to start early. You know, because if you are too much in the, I think that this is like, oh, it is always in the middle. You have time, but if you are too much in the I have time, you will never do it. But if you are too much like, if you have too much stress going on, you're like doing it every day, and sometimes you're kind of burn out. So if you are in the middle, you understand that you have time, but you need to do it, to start it right away. I think that's always a thing of being in the middle, but having the notion of the two extremes.
Yeah, being kind of balanced, basically. Yeah.
Being balanced, but also understanding and being able to be the two. Like if you see Gary, I'm starting to see and understand that he's a bit controversial, you know? Sometimes you see it, and it's a bit controversial. I think this is the way I am explaining it, the way I am explaining it. Like you need to be in the middle, but being able to be the two extremes also.
Definitely. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, but the thing is, what we talk about is that you can implement in your life.
That's the point, to
A lot of
actually
people don't
implement
realise.
it. That's the point, to actually implementing it. Yes.
Just being happier in general. I mean, some people are like, "Wow, you get." I mean, we all give some really good advice some days, and some days we won't give much advice. But just being happy and positive can help someone's day. So that means a lot.
Yes.
It's good talking.
Yeah. That was good talking, man. I'm glad to talk
Yeah, have a
with
lovely
you.
weekend.
Yeah, you too. And you too, guys, in the live. Have a lovely weekend,
Yeah, lovely.
and actually start doing. Nothing is actually stopping you if you think well.
All about action, everyone. All about that.
Over
Have
action.
a lovely one. Take care.
Take care.